Original San Francisco popper extraordinaire.
As we used to call it back in the days, we used to call it strutting.
Yeah. And he'll break down styles. It'll be good.
All different styles. So that's like my basic background. '83. You know, like I said, I'm original. You know, San Francisco, and popping was here we called it strutting. See, like strutting was originally like a particular style of popping.
Show him.
Strutting was like it's kind of like. Strutting was like not like really hard hitting like in LA, but strutting is like fast pop. See, that's like strutting. Okay. So like after a while, it became a term that was used to describe all popping. Now, first I just want to I don't want to like take a lot of time, you know, dropping a whole lot of knowledge, but I'll drop a little bit.
Drop it.
First of all, I want to clear up the misconception that the electric boogaloos invented popping. I want to clear up that misconception. If you want to point to one place in this country on the West Coast that invented popping, it was Oakland. Oakland was the point. Oakland was the bomb. Anybody that knew that's for real, Raider Nation, you know what I'm saying? You know I gotta drop that out because it's like Super Bowl, you know what I'm saying? But that is the truth, right? Oakland, if you want to point to any place on the West Coast, it is Oakland that invented popping. And I will tell you the very two first popping crews, right? They were the Mechanical Devices and Black Resurgence, right? Straight out of Oaktown, like around the end of the 60s, like real early 70s, you know what I'm saying? Then you had groups like Granny and the Robotrons, and then you had like Demons of the Mind, and it came to San Francisco. You had groups like Close Encounters. Anybody remember, you know, like Master Mimes, the funkiest kinds, you know, and Shields and Yarnell. He studied like with some of those guys. He got that whole robotic style, and of course he had his thing, you know, the Shields and Yarnell show. So it's like, I will credit the Electric Boogaloo's for is that what they did. You see, every area had a particular style. Like Oaktown had a particular style. San Francisco had a particular style. Like, you know, Central California, like Fresno, Bakersfield, and all that, where the Electric Boogaloos come from, had particular styles. But what the Electric Boogaloos did is that they started combining all these different regional styles in a way, and started blending it into one dance in quite a way that it wasn't before. It's like back in the days, like maybe not so much when I was coming up, you know, but like later on, it's like I said, every place had a particular style, and you could tell by somebody's style of popping, you could tell what area they were from. You know, but like it says, get the Electric Boogaloos.
Yeah, show us some styles.
Show us some different regional styles.
Oh man, that's going too far back for me because
just like one or
see by the time by the time that I started like in '83, it had all been pretty much combined into one. The Electric Boogaloos had a lot to do with this, but also I mean the media, you know, like the early '80s, like breaking just really started to hit the West Coast in force, and about, you know, late '70s, early '80s, popping came to New York, and where it was called Electric Boogie there, but it was like basically the same dance. So like around the end of the '70s, like early '80s, even before the movie Explosion, there's different styles, everything, you know, popping and locking came incorporated.
Could you show us some of the different styles that were popular around this area at the time? Just go through a couple of 3Ds and whatever you know.
Well, you know, I'm not going to really go on regional styles, but I'm just going to show you some. Different styles in general. Y'all don't need to do that. Okay, it's like first like popping. This is the true popping now. And this is, you can say the electric popping P, right? Popping P from the Electric Boogaloo basically created like the true popping, which is like it's minute. It's not like a hard hit. It's like. Right? But see, then later on came hitting. Hitting is basically the same thing as popping, but hitting is a harder hit. And it's like hitting, you use every part of your body. You go like, bam. See, popping, it's like, and also back in the day we used to do like what's called a double time pop. A double time pop is like a really old style, and it goes like this. Like, pop twice, right? like we had stuff like stroke, like ticking. Ticking is like this. When you go like this, it's like a real fast stop start, like this, right? Now that's ticking. But there's difference now. Let me break it down for y'all some more. There are different styles of ticking. There are different styles of ticking. First of all, there is strobing, right? Now I'm oh shit! This is like an example of strobing. Strobing is like you're doing like everyday movements, like pretending, like combing your hair and stuff, or it's like whatever, but it's like ticking, but it's like everyday movements. It's like that's strobing.
Come on out of it, boy.
Now 3D is another style of ticking. Now what 3D is, 3D is ticking, but you are basically coming in 3 different dimensions. That's why you have the term 3D. So it's like the most common 3D is like a robot walking with ticking. So this is like true 3D, right? It's like this. That is 3D. Now later 3D. That's 3D. Another style that y'all don't. Anyway, another style that we used to do is we called it the animation or the Sinbad. Now, if you've ever seen like Seventh Voyage of Sinbad, like chasing the Argonauts, yeah, you're talking about the old school. Now you see, right? Animation is basically like that. You're copying the animation that those different clay monsters and all that would do. So it's
Watch out for the machine coming through.
You start, you're moving parts of your body at the same time. Others are like staying still. It's like animation. That's like animation, right? Now also there's another style called vibrations or electroshocks. And I do not even see poppers doing this anymore. This is a real old style. And it's like what it is like pretend that electric shock is like going through your body, right? It's like this. Like that. That's
Show it on that side. Show it on that side. Show it on that side.
Oh, here it's like, and I used to like do like one style, like a robot walk, but I used to do like vibrations, electroshocks to it. And if you've ever seen Beat Street, Mr. Wave, you ever seen Beat Street, Mr. Wave? He does it. Now I can't say I did it as good as he did, but it went something like this. Now let me see, what else can I show y'all? Isolations. Isolations is like another style of popping. And what it is, it's a little bit like animation, but what it is, you isolate one part of your body. So like a classic isolation is like this, like a chest, like this, go. Bam. This is another classic one that I used to do. That is isolations. Now I'm going to break down a little bit of floats, right?
Oh, the floats.
See, the moonwalk, you want to know the true moonwalk? This is the true moonwalk. It goes like this. That's the true moonwalk. We also used to call that the scratch walk. But it's all floats, there's all different kinds of floats. Like, there's one style, like there's 2 styles of a forward float. The first one goes like this, watch. Now the second one, which is like more classic, more people know, is the one that goes like this. And then you have like side floats, right? There's a couple of different styles of side floats. It's like, first you can just do like a regular one and just kind of go like side to side like this, right? Then there's another one, you get a little bit creative and you just go. It's kind of like the legs are going in and out. Then you have what's called a circular float, right? And it goes like this. See, you know? It's like, then you got like the classic, what we call the back float or the backslide. Michael Jackson called it moonwalk, but I already showed you the moonwalk. This is the true, like the back float, backslide. Just, you know, it's like this, like what Michael Jackson did. That's all. And also, there's another style that we used to call the butterfly. That's like a forward moonwalk, right? But we we use only one leg, so like this. And there's another, I'll show you another style.
How about we'll put on some music and then we'll just do some sets and you can do some of your
Yeah, it's like, because you know what? If I broke down every single...
Yeah.
Truth comes out. There it is.